Hi, I'm Dave with DiversiTech, and I want to introduce you to Clearview, the newest and most advanced condensate pump on the market. Clearview offers a host of new and innovative features that makes it really unique and different from other condensate pumps. Clearview features floatless sensor and our unique technology, which makes it more reliable with fewer problems. Today, I'd like to spend a few minutes going over some of the great new features that you'll find in Clearview. First of all, Clearview features a clear tank, which is kind of why we call it the Clearview pump. That clear tank allows the contractor to come up and see if there are any issues inside the tank when they go to service it. That clear tank is a great feature that makes Clearview easy to use and easy to service. But that's not close to the most important feature of this pump. What we've done with Clearview is we have removed the float. The float is one of the most common sources of mechanical problems in condensate pumps in today's market. What we've replaced the float with is what we call our floatless sensor technology. Floatless sensor technology in Clearview includes 3 different stainless steel sensors: the empty sensor, the run sensor, and the high-level alarm sensor. These sensors run the length of the pump so that you don't have to install the pump perfectly level. With Clearview, it's no float, no problem. So with Clearview, part of our technology is the controlling of our variable speed motor. With our variable speed motor, Clearview will adjust to the conditions needed for its desired installation. So for example, if you only need 10 feet of lift, it's only going to pump as hard as it needs to pump to reach that desired head height. Unlike a normal condensate pump, Clearview ramps its motor to changing conditions. It's not just on or off. This makes Clearview super reliable and very quiet. So the best way to understand Clearview is just to see it in action. So what I've done here is I've set up a small demonstration tank. The demonstration tank represents your air handler. From your air handler, you're going to have that slow trickle of condensate water into Clearview. What I've also done is I've taken a small piece of tubing to simulate the exit tubing that would pump the water from Clearview to another location. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and turn the water on to simulate that slow trickle of water into Clearview. So as you can see, water is coming into the tank and it's touching that empty sensor, the bottom sensor. This sensor lets Clearview know that there's water in the tank. Water will continue to rise until it touches the run sensor. The run sensor uses our unique technology, which is the brains behind the pump. These brains determine how fast to run the motor to remove the condensate. So Clearview will slowly ramp up the pump speed, which gives you the quiet operation as compared to full throttle mode. If the water continues to rise and hit the run sensor, Clearview will just continue to ramp that motor up to full speed. If the water continues to rise to the high level sensor, Clearview will go into an alarm condition. What I'll do is block off the drain line here to simulate a clog or a kink. Since we've blocked the line, the water will continue to rise until it hits the high level alarm sensor. Now that it's hit the high level alarm sensor, it's engaged the alarm cycle. So while Clearview is in an alarm condition, a couple of key things are happening. The first thing that's happening is that Clearview, if it's wired into your control circuit, has shut off the compressor, which will prevent an overflow condition or damage to its surroundings. The key difference between Clearview and a normal condensate pump is that it will keep your compressor shut off until water has pumped down to the bottom of the tank and come off of that empty sensor. Now you may wonder why that's key. As you can see, water is sloshing back and forth in the tank during a clog. If your pump has a mechanical float, it will bounce up and down as the water sloshes in the tank, turning that alarm signal off, on, off, on. This will happen in any condensate pump with a mechanical float. This off-on alarm cycle will then short cycle your compressor, which we know can cause damage. Again, no float, no problems. Another thing that's happening in alarm condition is that after about a minute of pumping at full speed, Clearview will go into what we call our self-cleaning mode. What the self-cleaning cycle is going to do is use the water in the tank to send pressure pulses through the line to try to dislodge any clogs or kinks that might have formed. Clearview has determined that there is a problem and is working to clear the clog and return to normal operation. The pump is trying to get out of that alarm state without a service call or having a contractor come back in for a callback. Clearview is the only pump that fixes itself when it senses a problem. So as you can see, Clearview is still self-cleaning. Clearview will continue to self-clean, doing that pressure pulsing water hammer feature until it either frees the kink or removes a clog from the line. Again, keeping your compressor shut off this entire time. Now Clearview will continue in this mode for about another minute. If it doesn't free the kink or remove the clog, it's just going to go back into that alarm condition, running at full speed, keeping that compressor shut off the entire time, just like a regular condensate pump would do. Clearview also has a push to clean button that will start a self-cleaning cycle anytime you want, so you can run a clean cycle just like I showed you before. The other feature I want to show you is our push to drain button. So when there's water in the tank, you can simply push the drain button and Clearview will quickly remove the water from the tank. Just like that. So with the push to drain button, there are two key features. The first feature is that the contractor can actually test the pump without actually having to pour any water into the tank. The second feature is that if there's been any cleaning to the air conditioning system or the pump itself that's gotten any chemical solution in that tank, you can simply push that drain button and it'll pump all that solution out without having to reach in there to activate a float or shake the tank in order to get it to drain. Clearview also features an audible alarm, which sounds a tone when there is a high water condition. This alarm can be enabled by holding down the drain button while plugging in the pump. The last feature I'd like to talk about with Clearview is what we call our end of season mode. So basically, if water has remained in the tank for a period of 6 hours or more while touching the bottom sensor, Clearview knows to run a pump down cycle to get that water out of the tank to prevent any slime or algae buildup inside the tank. So basically with Clearview, it's almost 100% dry all the time, especially between seasons or periods of not cooling. And that's Clearview, the most advanced, easiest to use pump available today. Clearview packs all these features into a great new pump for you. Give Clearview a try and start enjoying all the benefits of this great new technology. I'm Dave with DiversiTech. Thanks for watching.